Welcome back to Established Dominance. I'm your host, Ding, and it's getting close, man. It's getting close. Tomorrow night, 3 games in the preseason. It's going to be fantastic. The defending champions are going to play in preseason. Of course, nobody important is going to play, obviously. But I mean, it's football. Yay, football's back, and basketball sucks. Anyway, welcome back to the show. We talked about busts in the first 5 rounds. I even gave you a 6th round because, it was our anniversary. Then we talked about rookies in the 2nd episode. And then continuing this week's Getting You Ready for the Draft, we're going to talk about steals in round 6 through 12. Now, these are key rounds that you could pick up some real stars, wide receiver 2s, RB2s that could turn into RB1s, guys with a lot of potential, maybe 2nd or 3rd year guys, you're going to make that leap, or maybe just guys who are getting overlooked. But we're going to talk about round 6 through 12. I think they're key in your draft coming up. All right, let's jump right into it. In round 6, there's a lot of good prospects in round 6. Calvin Ridley, a little bit of a reach. He's got Ward throwing to him, but he's probably still going to get over 100 targets. That's a good one. Godwin's in this round. I don't know why. That poor kid, he's probably not going to play this year. I feel for him. We talked about him in the first episode. Unfortunate for him. Caleb Johnson's in here, the rookie, who's right behind Warren. I don't get that. He's actually getting drafted before Warren, and he's never played a snap. So that just doesn't make any sense to me. David Montgomery's in this round. I love David Montgomery, Detroit Lion, but I really think that Gibbs is going to take an even bigger leap. Montgomery's going to be kind of holding the bag. I'm not sure he's going to give you those RB2 numbers that you were hoping for him like he got last season. I mean, both Detroit Lions running backs were in the top 20. That is awesome. The guy I'm focused on in round 6 is Aaron Jones. Now, I know there's a lot of talk. They brought in Jordan Mason. He's going to give him the short yardage goal line back, maybe steal a couple of touchdowns. But last year, Aaron Jones didn't get a whole lot of touchdowns inside the 10-yard line. I think it was like 3. But he was still a monster. He still had like 62 targets, caught like almost 50 passes. That combined with his rushing yards, 250 carries, he's probably not going to get 250. Maybe he'll push like 230, 240, stay healthy. This is a guy who can still be a great RB2. If you're doing a 0 running back game plan, this is a guy you want to target in round 6. I'm just saying. Round 7, all right, it's a little bit easier, I think, in round 7. There's not a whole lot going on there. You have Addison right now in round 7 who's going to be suspended the first 3 games. Jennings, who knows if that kid's coming back. I don't know what his injuries are. I like in this round 7, Jakobi Meyers. I know Bowers commands all the targets in Las Vegas, but Geno doesn't want to just throw to Bowers. He needs to throw to somebody. I like Jakobi Meyers. I mean, Jakobi Meyers, good hands, gets open, 129 targets last year, 87 receptions, 4 touchdowns. And that was with really awful quarterbacks. He went over 1,000 yards last year. He can easily do that this year with Geno. I don't really see him going down or staying even. I see him plussing up his numbers by 10%. So I think Jakobi Meyers in round 7 is an absolute steal, and you need to go get him. All right, moving in round 8. There's a lot of ways you can go in round 8. You can go get yourself a tight end. Depending on your draft, Travis Kelce might be there in early part of round 8. I doubt it. You might see Mark Andrews if you're, looking for a tight end around 8. That's not a bad play with likely out. The guy I'm focused on late in round 8 is Cooper Kupp. Now, I don't know why he's not getting the love. I know he's going to be on a new team. I know he's got a new quarterback, but this is a guy who has an incredible work ethic, stays as healthy as he can, and he doesn't drop the ball. So I'm thinking he sees at least 100 targets, maybe 120. This is a wide receiver 2 who could anchor your lineup, especially if you go 0 wide receiver as your strategy. This is a great guy to pick up in round 9. Round 8. If he's there, I'm going to go get him. Moving on to round 9. Round 9. Yep, it's getting a little bit thin. If you're thinking about quarterbacks, you could go that route in round 9, especially if you kind of waited. The guy I'm looking at in round 9 is Jaylen Warren. Now, Jaylen is the RB1. He's the starter in Pittsburgh. He's going to get 240 to 250 carries. He's going to get the goal line work. He's going to get the catching work. This is a no-brainer for me. I know there's a couple other guys in this round you might want to look at. Igbuka is, he's getting a lot of love, a lot of hype preseason, but there's still McMillan, there's still Evans. So at best, Igbuka is like the slot guy who's picking up potentially Godwin's targets. I don't know. He still has to earn it. I'm high on McMillan. I mean, the kid has a chance here, but Warren, Warren is a known quantity. He's going to get you those RB2 numbers that you want. So if you're going 0 running back, this is the guy you want to get in round 9. He's going to give you RB2 numbers, and that's what you want. Okay, in round 10, again, still getting thin, but there's a lot of good value out here in round 10 if you really dig. Now, I was going to tell you Darnell Mooney, but obviously he's got that shoulder injury. Nobody's really committing to whether or not he's going to play in the first week of the season. He had over 100 targets last year. He could see that again, but the injury kind of gives me, a little bit to worry about there. You could go with J.K. Dobbins. I'm kind of leaning that way as far as round 10 is concerned. J.K. Dobbins, he's going to start for Denver. I know R.J. Harvey's out there. We talked about him in the rookie episode just last night. J.K.'s the RB1 right now. I know R.J.'s going to be nipping at his heels, but J.K. looks good. He's healthy. And there's no reason why he can't get 200, 220 carries. Again, here's another guy. If you went 0 running back strategy early on, you can be targeting him in the 10th round. This is an awesome pickup for you. Okay, in round 11, yet again, another running back. I am targeting Bigsby here. So it kind of sounds like I'm going to start with a 0 running back strategy and just go wide receiver. And we're going to talk about that in an upcoming episode and why that can be successful. I know a lot of guys who are successful doing 0 running back early on and just picking up wide receivers, quarterback, maybe a strong tight end. That is a great argument, especially when you see these kinds of guys in round 9, 10, and 11. In round 11, I'm talking about Bigsby. I think Bigsby makes the Lambeau leap. He surpasses Etienne. Etienne becomes the passing down back. Bigsby gets it in between the tackles and gets all the tough runs, and he gets the touchdowns. I think Bigsby makes that leap this year, finally. If he stays healthy, I think it's a great year for Bigsby. And I think this is a superb pickup in round 11. And then finally, let's talk round 12. In round 12, I like Ferguson in round 12. Now, if you've waited this long to get a tight end, which a lot of people do, especially if you don't get one of those top 3, Ferguson, first of all, the guy's phenomenal. Second, there's no way that he's going to have another goose egg in touchdowns like he did last year. No way, especially with a healthy Dak Prescott. And he's a beast in the red zone, and he catches everything that comes his way. Plus, he just got a new contract. All of the right reasons to go get Ferguson in round 12 if you're holding off on a tight end. Great value here. And that'll do it for this episode. There's your steals in round 6 through 12. Again, key rounds that can really make a difference in your draft. Set your bench up. Set up your wide receiver 2 and 3s to really give you a solid overall team. As always, we'll finish up by giving a shout out to the men and women in uniform who protect the freedoms that we hold dear. Thank you for your service and sacrifice. And if you enjoyed this episode, follow us on X, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts so you can stay up to date on our latest content. And lastly, remember, established dominance isn't just a catchphrase. It's a commitment. Are you ready?